Charles, obviously the turnovers were probably the biggest concern for you in this one. It felt like early on maybe a lot of them was unforced, and as the game kind of progressed, it was a little bit more of what Orlando was doing. Just how would you kind of assess, how that area went so awry for you tonight?
Yeah. I would start by saying I thought defensively the guys did a really good job of executing the game plan. To give up 95 points and we're fouling towards the end of the game, I think just shows the effort and the competitiveness and the togetherness that, like I thought all night, we kind of just stayed together on that side of the ball. I think to your point, offensively, we got ourselves in trouble with some of our turnovers. And I thought most of it is self-inflicted again and things that we can control. I'll give credit to Orlando for some of their length and activity on some of our drives, but I would love to just see us be able to turn to fix some of our transition turnovers that we have right now. So I'll go back and I'll watch the film and see if there's some type of theme that's going on with them. But I think that if we do a better job on that end, the game looks and feels a lot differently.
You mentioned turnovers, and you have to go back and look at them. Is there anything you can put your finger on that maybe is happening, that's maybe a trend or anything that you can maybe stop, or you just got to take each game by game?
Yeah, I think it's game by game. Good question. I think that, sometimes it's the other team's defensive schemes and they're up and pick and roll or, again, the length and athleticism on some of our drives. They got great active hands. I thought tonight it felt like the transition ones were like the backbreakers. And we just got to find a way, I think, to maybe have our spacing be a little bit better. Maybe I got to call a couple more plays. So I think it's a little bit on me and a little bit of on them that we can clean up.
And Melo offensively scored, I think, 44 points or whatever it was tonight. Just what you see from him and just what's going well for him right now on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I just think that he's continuing to find his spots. I think that the team is doing a great job of screening for him and getting him open. I thought he continues to trust the pass. Sometimes when they put two on the ball, he's hitting the seam pass and allowing that seam guy to make the appropriate reads. And then sometimes he makes something out of nothing. And I just think that he was great tonight offensively, but again, want to highlight some of his defensive efforts tonight too. I thought he was active hands, the defensive rebounds that he had where our bigs are locked up and wrestling with the other big and he flies in for a couple rebounds. So I thought that he helped us in a lot of different areas tonight.
In that fourth quarter, kind of seems like the offense devolved into LaMelo Ball isolation plays a lot. You mentioned maybe calling more plays. What do you think, or what do you attribute that fourth quarter kind of offense stalling to?
Yeah, he's one of the best fourth quarter scorers. And so, when you talk about what do you want to run in the fourth, I think sometimes it's got to go through him because that's the moments that he steps up and makes plays. I thought that there were times that we actually got the matchup that we were looking for him to be able to isolate. Can we do a better job of our spacing around him and being a little bit more patient to get to that spacing? But we'll continue to kind of study it. And I can't wait to go back and watch the film and see just how that fourth quarter offense maybe could have a little bit more fluidity to it.